One of the reasons so many students fail the TOEFL is because their vocabulary isn't good enough. You need to have a wide range of lexes to succeed in every section of the test. In fact, if you're aiming for 100 plus, you should be well acquainted with advanced vocabulary. These are the complex, tricky words that many students are so afraid of. Think about it. You're doing the reading section, and then you get a question like this, and your brain gets all busy and stressed out trying to figure out what the right answer might be. By the way, if you think you know the answer to this question, let me know in the comments below. The correct answer is at the end of the video. Advanced vocabulary is not only important for TOEFL reading, you'll also hear such words in the lectures and conversations in the listening section. And you'll come across them in the writing and speaking sections. Test yourself. Do you know words like supercilious, exacerbate, ubiquitous, myriad, and zealous? If some of them are unfamiliar to you, you should work on expanding your advanced and academic vocabulary. We've prepared a free PDF file with the top 100 words for TOEFL that you need. These words will help you improve your score in every section. You can find the link to the PDF in the description below. Now, when it comes to learning new words, another important aspect that can prevent you from getting the score you want, especially in the writing and speaking sections, is the way you use these words. Some students simply learn a list of advanced or so-called fancy words and try to use them everywhere. They think that the more sophisticated vocabulary they can cram into their spoken and written answers, the better. However, this will not help you improve your score and may even lower it. Think about this sentence. Having diligently engaged in rigorous intellectual pursuits, he assiduously devoted himself to the arduous task of assimilating copious amounts of knowledge pertinent to the impending examination, thereby fostering a profound sense of self-assurance in his cognitive faculties. Does that sound natural? I don't think so. It would be much simpler and more natural to just say, he studied hard for the test and felt confident in his preparation. Or, he crammed for the test and felt confident in his preparation. So, to speak and write effectively, you should not only know advanced words, but also use them well. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, where you can find all the tips and tricks to score high on the TOEFL test. I'm Anastasia, and in the previous video, we discussed techniques for scoring high on the TOEFL speaking section. In this video, we'll discuss 10 advanced words and phrases you must know to succeed on the TOEFL test. If your TOEFL test is approaching and you feel you need more guidance and feedback, you can also take our TOEFL preparation course and learn everything you need to know about the test in just a few days. The promo code link is in the description below. Without further ado, let's get started. The first word on our vocabulary list is adversely, which means in a negative or harmful way. We often use it with the verb to affect. To adversely affect means to influence something negatively. For example, if you were talking about eating breakfast for question 1 of the speaking section, you might say, skipping breakfast can adversely affect your energy level for the rest of the day. We can also use it in a more formal context. Let's say business. In the writing section, you might write something like, the economic downturn has adversely affected the company's profits, resulting in layoffs. The reason I like this collocation is that it's very universal, so you can use it for many topics. Lots of things can be adversely affected. Word number 2 is foster. To foster something is to encourage its development. I can foster innovation, creativity, a sense of community, a positive environment, growth, or collaboration. For example, the school wants to foster creativity among its students. This means that the school supports and encourages creativity and wants its students to be more creative. Talking about work, I might say, we should foster cooperation among employees, not competition. The next word is also one of my favorites. It's implement. When we implement something, we put it into practice. In other words, we adopt it or start using it. Some typical collocations with this verb are: implement a new strategy, implement changes, implement policies, plans, or recommendations. In the reading section, you might see a sentence like this: it's important to implement safety measures to protect workers. This means that we should introduce safety measures to protect workers. Word number 4 is ubiquitous. A thing that is ubiquitous is everywhere. When you think of Venice, you immediately think of crowds of tourists everywhere. Well, you can call them ubiquitous. Ubiquitous tourists in Venice. We can say ubiquitous presence, ubiquitous use, ubiquitous technology. You could start your entry for the Writing for an Academic Discussion assignment with this sentence: smartphones have become ubiquitous in modern society. They are ubiquitous. They are everywhere. Or the ubiquitous presence of the internet has changed the way we access information. Next is the verb thrive. It means to grow, develop, or be successful. What can thrive? Businesses, industries, plants, and cultures can thrive. This means that they are successful and can grow. In the lecture about plants, you could hear such a sentence: some plants thrive in direct sunlight, while others prefer shade. We can also say, your business began to thrive after you implemented new marketing strategies. 6. Indispensable, meaning absolutely necessary. When something is indispensable, it's so good or important that you can't do without it. A person can also be indispensable. This means that you can't do anything without him or her. Typical collocations: an indispensable tool, an indispensable member, an indispensable companion, the one I cannot do without. The most common collocation, in my opinion, is an indispensable part of something. If you're writing an essay, you often want to write that something is, was, or has become very important. You can use this collocation instead. Let's look at the sentence. AI has become important to people. Is it clear? Yes, it is. Is it advanced? Not really. Well, let's change that. AI has become an indispensable part of most people's lives. The new sentence sounds much better. This is actually one of the exercises I like to do with my students. I would usually come up with a bunch of simple sentences or take some examples from their essays. Then I would ask them to paraphrase those sentences using some of the new words we've learned. I highly recommend that you do the same. Using the new word as much as possible will help you become more familiar with it and use it more confidently in your writing and speaking. 7. Affluent. Affluent means having a lot of money or many valuable things. Someone who is affluent is rich or wealthy. We can say an affluent neighborhood, an affluent family, or an affluent lifestyle. In question 1 of the speaking section, you often have to answer a question in 45 seconds. In this time, you usually have to give some examples to support your answer. You might say, I remember my friend used to live in an affluent neighborhood. 8. Alleviate, which means to make something bad, such as pain or problems, less severe. What can we alleviate? As I said, it has to be something bad. So, we can alleviate pain, alleviate suffering, alleviate stress, alleviate symptoms, or anxiety. The medication helped alleviate the patient's chronic pain. Listening to music can alleviate stress and improve mood. 9. Lucrative. Something that is lucrative usually makes a lot of money or a large profit. What can be lucrative? Business, job, career, offer, contract, deal. If your business is lucrative, it's very profitable. Investing in real estate can be a lucrative business if done wisely. She left her job to pursue a more lucrative career in finance. This is the word you'll see most often on the TOEFL reading and listening sections. Finally, the last word on our list is the one we had at the beginning of the video: resurgence. It's a new increase in activity or interest in a particular subject that has been forgotten for some time. Let's say an actor or singer was very popular for a while, but years went by and everyone forgot about them. Then, when they come back with a new movie or song, we witness the resurgence of their career. That's what happened with Miley Cyrus, for example. We saw her resurgence with the hit song Flowers. So the correct answer to this question is B, comeback. Let me know in the comments if you got it right. So, these are the 10 advanced words you need to know to succeed on the TOEFL test. For more words like these, click on the link in the description below to get our free PDF with the top 100 academic words. For focused instruction and detailed feedback on your writing and speaking responses, enroll in our TOEFL study program. The promo code link is in the description below. Good luck on your TOEFL journey. Have fun studying.